What's up, everybody? My name is Scooch, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. If you're just joining us, we're on our second act of the game, and we're about to talk to Yuri. I don't want to keep you guys waiting any more than I already have, because I know I'm a little bit late on this video upload, so let's just jump in. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. People told me I could use the history button to look at what she said, and I can't. It's not working. Anyways, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, do you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way. Instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. And now we're huddled together. Good. All right, something I want to say. Quick side note. People keep telling me to go for Yuri again because things have changed since we're in the second act of the game. So if I can shift the focus over to going for Yuri, then I will, but if I can't, then I'm gonna keep going for Natsuki, aka Best Girl number 2, now that Sayori is, not with us and Monika's, Monika. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, when I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. I never remembered this smile. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? Last time, she said, why's that? Right? This is different too. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. She got nervous there. Because the main character in this book chops up limbs and fucking does all that weird stuff that they explained before. So right there she was like, what do you mean? You don't know my secret. Oh, that's weird. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest and feels her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Oh, alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Scooch? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. This isn't normal. Did Yuri? She went to the bathroom in a hurried state to cut herself, and now Monika's saying to start without her, and the last time she did something like this, it was because the other character was literally gone. Or the last time the game did something like this is because, the other character was not hot. Ugh, damn it, fuck. Alright, yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Ah, fucking shit! I think Yuri died. I'm pretty sure she died. Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending a lot of time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend time with. After all, I was taught to never expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Okay. So when I did the 20-word thing and I was writing a poem, I did everything I can to appease Natsuki, I think. But I clicked one of those weird voodoo texts, and I think that kind of switched who the game thinks I'm favoring. Maybe it thinks I'm favoring Monica now? I don't know. Anyway, you'll probably be able to learn something from it. Scooch, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Scooch, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it, please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. Her eyes are bleeding. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me! Ha! What the fuck? What do you mean end? It was the word end backwards. What do you mean dene? I'm so confused. All right. Give me a second. Give me a breather. What the fuck? Hi again, Scooch. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Ahaha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. Great job, Scooch. I was going ooh in my head while writing it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. My bad. I thought she was saying lines that the other character said. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss something? So, first off, I just want to say this. It's no longer speculation. We all know that Yuri cuts herself, and she always stands like this with her arms behind her, and she always wears long sleeves. So I just think that's a pretty interesting creative choice that they make. Not really. Well, we all started showing our poems with each other. Really? See, her wrist is away from me. I'm sorry for being late, albeit I don't think she's gonna fucking stain her clothes. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on my breathing ribcage. Mindless poem of meaningless? Delete her. So the other one said, save me, load me, and now it says, save me, delete her. I remember that much. This wouldn't... U-I-O-O-I-A-I... It's just all the vowels that are missing, right? End... An endless poem of meaningless. All the vowels are missing. I don't know if that means anything. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, Who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica is just trying to connect with the player of the game and not the main character. So everything she says to the main character, she's just doing because that's the only way she knows that she can contact with the player of the game. So everything she says to Scooch is to contact Scooch. It's a little confusing, but you get what I'm doing here. All right, let's go. Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. The poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. Aha! That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel, a rotating wheel, turning on an axle, grinding, bolted, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-drowning snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of a God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears, and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing patrol, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Weird. This one's weird. I fucking wish I could explain it to you. I do like how it just gets a little bit crazier and crazier and crazier. Okay, let's just move on. I can't make just a lick of sense of this. It gets crazier and crazier and crazier, and then it says breathing. Ahaha! It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it all out on your pen. That is a pen that fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. Ahaha! I'm okay. What did I just... Oh, weird. Can we pretend this conversation never happened? Can I say something? You can keep the poem, though. Okay, everyone. Whoa, my mouse. It's all gross. Okay, everyone. Click. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Scooch joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? But what's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, or Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Scooch? I don't know why. I keep mulling it over in my head, and I kind of wish I had a literature club of my own where we could all write poems and share our feelings. I don't know, maybe I'm just a loser. Anyways, oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Scooch to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Scooch joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Scooch isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Scooch want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Scooch, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a chance to join. You weren't even given a choice not to join. Sorry. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right... God damn it. Hold on. That is such a good quote. It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. That is fucking... Ooh, that one hit me in the heart. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in this club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Scooch, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious Brett? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make that decision that's right for my club. But what about you, Scooch? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone. Once in a while, her eye is bleeding. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. All right. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Is her eye still bleeding? Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Scooch? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Scooch before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? The music is still... Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Scooch, I just wanted to make sure that you're enjoying your time in this club. I wouldn't hate to see you unhappy. I would hate to see you unhappy. Whoops. I wouldn't hate to see you unhappy, you little shit. Whoopsie daisy, I read that wrong. It's getting staticky. I feel like I'm kind of responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No! Alright. I might get a lot of flack for this, but I'm gonna do whatever I can to appease Yuri again, instead of Natsuki. Because Natsuki seems like she kind of checked out. You guys saw that? Unstable. Did you guys see this shit? What was that? And it's not supposed to be there. 1,111 out of 20? Wait, fucking, hold on. Every fucking word that would go for Yuri. Eternity. No, you see that? That word went for Yuri last time. Frightening. It's doing, and it's also counting them all stupid like. Entropy. Vitality. No, not hopeless. Incapable. Yes. Good. Despise. Variance. Tenacious. Hi, Scooch. I've been waiting for you. See, there's something. Did she ever have exclamation marks before? There's something. The heck? Go back. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? Okay, that was a weird thing. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica. I told you not to. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So, Natsuki? Nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machines or something? Fucking god damn it. Yuri's a goddamn fucking jerk too. Ah, Yuri, that was so painfully bad. Ah. Ah, man. I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work for the festival, too. Anyway, Scooch, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans for today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Scooch is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Because she's gonna delete her from the game. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a water filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? We're making tea again. And I just am worried about Natsuki this whole goddamn time. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears to be elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Last time, Monica stopped me from getting water with Yuri. This time she wanted to go by herself because in the second act of the game, Yuri seems a lot more, she seems a lot more, motivated to cut herself. So that's the thing that's going on in this time of the game. So she wanted to go by herself so that she can cut herself a bit and then she can come back. Is she gonna put blood in the tea? Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like something is sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? I'm back! Thanks for waiting patiently. Scooch, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert at tea or anything. Haha. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring tea levels. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking and she wants to express herself more. Yeah, and I decided I wanted to try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Scooch. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Scooch, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Huh? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book, finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, it might get smudges on the paper. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me as if she needs to confirm what happened. Scooch. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh. Something weird's about to happen. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Scooch. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Scooch! My heart won't stop pounding, Scooch. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Scooch? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I'm gonna save real quick. Yeah, I just want to look at you. Ha! Ha! Those eyes are those pictures of real life eyes? It's time to share poems. I'm gonna end the episode here because the game is getting really freaking weird. Like really freaking weird. And I think we should take a breather here and try to figure out everything that's going on so that I can watch it again while I edit and see if I missed anything. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video or if you like this series, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, or do whatever you can to remind me that I am awesome, because I think that you're awesome and you have an awesome face, and I hope you have an awesome day. Until the next episode, I will see you again.